What's going on, everybody? We are here tonight with ARCS Ignition from Charlotte Motor Speedway. You see the overhead blimp view here from a beautiful Charlotte Motor Speedway. See the dirt track back there over turn 4, the drag strip as well. Just a really awesome racetrack, and we got 100 laps here tonight as we have some new cameras here tonight that we're gonna kind of give a shot at, so bear with me as we kind of play around with those. But should be a great race tonight. Once again, 100 laps. Zach Millett qualifies on the pole. Show you the grid real quick. Zach Millett starting first. Noah Belleville will roll off second. Matthew Kent starts in third. Joshua Garrison fourth. Alyssa Sharp will be in fifth. Dale Markowski sixth. Jason Alexander seventh. John Smeal in eighth. Jerry LeGrand ninth. Zach McBride 10th. Tristan Catania 11th. Mark Delia in 12th. 13th will be Austin Mongold, 14th Patrick Allen, 15th Jonathan Adams, and starting in 16th will be Tommy Withers. So that is your grid here for tonight. Race info, again, Charlotte Motor Speedway. Have 100 laps here tonight, 76 degrees air temperature. 68% humidity, it's cloudy, 8-mile-an-hour winds. And we're going to go racing here in just a moment. Only 16 cars here tonight, so kind of a little bit smaller field than what we're used to. But still going to be some great racing as the pace truck has the lights off. They're going to be going green flag racing here, coming to the start-finish line. And here we go, green flag flies here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. They take the green flag for the first lap here tonight. Zach Millett gonna go out to the lead here on Noah Belleville in second place. Oh, we got Tristan Catania down there on the apron. Jerry LeGrand right now running in 7th, Dale Markowski in 8th, John Smeal 9th, Austin Mongold currently the last driver in the top 10. He gets passed now by Zach McBride. Zach Millett coming in 4. You see the field, we've got one in the wall there. Got Joshua Garrison running in 6th place right now. John Smeal has made his way to 7th, got another one in the wall there. That's Jerry LeGrand in the 7. Making a little contact there with the back straightaway wall. Zach Millett already up to a 5/10, now 6/10 of a second lead over Noah Belleville. Matthew Kent 1 second back from Zach Millett. We knew he was going to be tough to beat here tonight. Mark Delia in that 22 car is currently running 16th, probably just saving his stuff there. First and only stage will be lap 40 of 100 here tonight. So definitely fuel-wise, probably not going to be enough to make it if they do stay green here with the reduced fuel load in these cars that we run here. Like I said, we got some new camera selections here tonight, so we're kind of working with that. So again, bear with me, trying to just bring a different outlook and make this thing look a little more professional, a little more fun for all our viewers out there. Again, we appreciate everybody tuning in. If you have any recommendations, throw them out there. Right now, though, Zach Millett, just as per usual, putting on a show, already up 1 second over Noah Belleville, who is now actually being threatened by Matthew Kent. There you see Kent goes to the inside of the 3 of Noah Belleville. Matthew Kent really has been showing a lot of speed recently here in ARCS, as the 3 is going to go back by him on the outside. Got a really good run coming out of turn 4. But normally Matthew Kent up in race control wanted to kind of put his ring in running these races more regularly. So he's out here battling for second right now with Noah Belleville. Got Kevin Feemster up in race control tonight. Next week, Tommy Reynolds, I believe, will be up there helping with race control. Mainly just making sure if anybody spins or anybody wrecks that we throw the caution, as well as making sure the choose cones are clear. And there you see the 18 of Alyssa Sharp. She's in 4th place right now. Got a good run, and also a shout out to Jason Alexander in 5th. Always seems to struggle to finish these races, so hopefully Jason Alexander can stick around till the end and have a good finish here at Charlotte. Go back in the field, the 42 of Jonathan Adams running 8th. Joshua Garrison there on the outside, right behind the 60 of Austin Mongold. He's got the 48 of Tristan Catania on his inside, but Tristan's going to back off there in 3 and 4. Looks like Jerry LeGrand has exited this race. So only 15 cars remaining here after 11 laps, I believe the 7. He bounced it off the wall a couple times. Definitely probably damaged that race car a little bit there, as the 48 looked like he got into the wall just a little bit. Zach Millett now up to a 2-second lead over Noah Belleville. Matthew Kent has now fallen back to 2nd place. May have used his stuff up there just a little bit. Tommy Withers right now, our big mover. He started in 16th. He's up to 11th position. He's moved up 5 places since the start of this race. We know that 23 car is going to be fast all night long. He's pulling away from the 48 of Tristan Catania now. Patrick Allen back there running in 15th. Maybe just you know, saving his resources. This really going to be a pretty fast race, honestly. Again, like I said, it's lap 40. At the end of lap 40, we will have our first and only stage break here. We'll pay out stage points just like they do in real life to the top 10. So got to try and get there in that top 10 position. A little bit of blinking there on our end. Hopefully the internet holds up. Yeah, number 42 is Jonathan Adams. That is Thrills. So he's out there right now running in 7th place. Pretty good run for that 42 car of Jonathan Adams. Nice looking race car too. See Zach Millett go by with his actually down to about a 1.9 second lead now. Matthew Kent now getting some pressure from Alyssa Sharp in 4th place. Jonathan Adams actually making a little bit of time on John Smeal. Smeal may have, again, tire conservation, pretty big deal here at Charlotte. You wouldn't think so with, fairly new concrete, or not concrete, new asphalt racing surface as far as iRacing goes. But still, tires a pretty big deal here. We actually ran a race last night, TNT, at the New Atlanta, and it was crazy how bad the right front tire wear was in those cars. But right now, Jonathan Adams looking low on the 13 of John Smeal. He's going to have the preferred position here going into 3 and 4. Smeal running that Larson line up there on the top. Just not enough momentum, and Jonathan Adams will move into 6th place. He has actually moved up more spots than Tommy Withers. Didn't see that. He's up 9 spots from where he started. So awesome run for Jonathan Adams, already up to 6th place. And Tommy Withers up to 9th. He's up 7 spots. Go back and look at that 23 machine of Tommy Withers in the old Winn-Dixie Mark Martin Xfinity scheme. Good looking scheme there. He's got to now track down Dale Markowski, who's about 2.5, 3 seconds in front of him. But we go back up front here. You see Noah Belleville currently closing in on Zach Millett, only 1 second behind him now. He is hugging that blue line. You saw it there on our digger cam. Jonathan Adams doing the same. Definitely looks like some of the faster cars just hugging that inside line in 3 and 4 and in 1 and 2. Inside definitely probably a little bit better on tires as well. Lap 21 of 100, already halfway through this first stage here. As Noah Belleville definitely running down the 315 of Zach Millett. Matthew Kent now really being pressured by the 18 of Alyssa Sharp and Jason Alexander right there behind both of them. Gotta wonder if, again, we saw Kent battling with the 3 of Noah Belleville. If he didn't maybe use up his stuff Got a really cool AC Delco scheme on that number 31 machine. Jason Alexander gonna go look low, but then he decides better of it. Kind of runs the middle there, out of turn 4. Back up front though. There you see the battle for the lead. The 3 of Noah Belleville looking to the inside of the 315 of Zach Millett, and he is going to be there. Oh, pushes just a little bit. 315 kind of stayed right there in the middle, side drafting him really, really hard. And the 3 of Noah Belleville is going to make the pass on the 315 of Zach Millett. Zach Millett not giving up just yet. Still got that momentum on the outside. Looks like Austin Mongold may have just crashed on his own. Not sure exactly what happened there to Austin Mongold. Joshua Garrison also being shown 1 lap down, and there is Austin Mongold sitting on pit road. So unfortunate for that number 60 machine, as now the 3 of Noah Belleville pulling away just a little bit, about 2/10 on the 315 of Zach Millett. Alyssa Sharp gets by Matthew Kent. Matthew Kent's actually pitting, so it looks like green flag pit stops have started here. There you see Matthew Kent on pit road. You also have Zach McBride, Tristan Catania. Unfortunately, Austin Mongold, I believe, had to tow, so he's still sitting on pit road. So now the question kind of remains, when does Noah Belleville and Zach Millett pit here? So you got Kent, Garrison, McBride, Catania, all 1 lap down. Austin Mongold now goes 3 laps down, still missing his front clip, so obviously saved that fast repair for maybe a later time and date. But we got 28 of 100 here tonight. And Zach Millett, you saw there, came down pit road. Noah Belleville still riding around out there. That puts Jonathan Adams now in second, up 13 spots from his 15th place starting position. Lap 29 of 100. Let's see if Noah Belleville comes down this time. Nope, he's going to go 1 more lap, so leader will take lap 30 of 100. Jonathan Adams and Alyssa Sharp now coming down pit road. There you see the 42 making his pit stop, as well as the 18 of Alyssa Sharp. It's going to put Jason Alexander in second place now in that number 21 machine. John Smeal third, Dale Markowski fourth, Tommy Withers in fifth, Mark Delia sixth, and Patrick Allen in seventh. Keep an eye here on some of these leaders, see if maybe some of these guys are trying to make it. You got 9 laps left, so it's not out of the question. You definitely have to do a lot of saving, and that could be what Patrick Allen's been doing this whole time. Currently right now running in 7th place in that number 45 Monster Energy Ford Mustang. Never understand, but quiet running a green and black paint scheme with red wheels, so As they would say, you'll have that on them big jobs. But there is Jason Alexander coming down pit road, as well as Dale Markowski. Blinking just a little bit there, but Noah Belleville is going to go one more lap. Now lap 33 of 100. That puts John Smeal second, Tommy Withers third, Mark Delia fourth, and Patrick Allen Jr. in fifth place here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Great race, beautiful night here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And there you see how fast those new tires are. The 315 of Zach Millett just blowing by our current race leader of Noah Belleville. And if Noah cannot make it to the end of this stage, he is probably going to be passed by Zach, because I mean, you see the difference there in times. And Patrick Allen Jr. Currently in 6th place now, because Zach Millett just passed him. It looks like he's definitely trying to save, but nope, there he goes. Patrick Allen Jr. coming down pit road. Did not make it, unfortunately. Looks like he's got some right side damage, as well as Noah Belleville now on pit road here. So 34 of 100. All these drivers now that were one lap down, most of them are going to get their lap back now, as Smeal and Withers, Tommy Withers and John Smeal, both also making it in this time to pit. So I don't think that anyone can make it. That's going to put Mark Delia as your race leader here. Does he have enough? Did he save? Even if he did not, I mean, Zach Millett closing in fast, only 3 seconds behind him. So definitely not a stage-winning strategy, but could get, you know, a 6th or a 7th out of this thing if he can save enough to make it to the end. He will stay out one more time, so lap 36 of 100, that's the 315 of Zach Millett going around the 22 of Mark Delia. So Zach Millett now will be your race leader, and you see the gap he has now on Noah Belleville. Noah Belleville 6.8, almost 7, now 7 seconds behind Zach Millett in that 315. That's just the fact that he came down earlier was turning way faster lap times for you know, 7, 8 plus laps. That's what the gap will do there. So good call by Zach Millett to come in when he did. And Noah Belleville, I think, you know, may have tried to stay out and save, but just unfortunately couldn't make it to the end, and now he is 8 seconds plus back. Mark Delia is still hanging in there, currently running second, as Zach Millett will be coming to lap 38 of 100. Mark Delia is the only driver so far that has not pit here in this stage, and I think he's going to try and save to the end. He's got a bunch of cars coming on his inside now, as he's going to go way high in 1 and 2. He's got the 31 of Kent, the 42 of Jonathan Adams, and the 3 of Noah Belleville, all right there behind him. Jonathan Adams kind of riding behind the 22. He's going to get stopped up a little bit. It's that 22, obviously on really old tires, but he does stay out one more time. So you see the 60 of Austin Mongold damaged very, very badly, that number 60 machine. Zach Millett with an 8.7 second lead on Jonathan Adams as they take the white flag here in the first and only stage. Again, we just want to kind of keep an eye on this 22, only because we don't know if he has enough fuel or not. But right now he is in 4th. Noah Belleville probably will go around him here on the back straightaway, probably into 3 and 4. Alyssa Sharp right there as well, but even if he lets the 18 go by, that's a 6th place for Mark Delia. Actually 5th. He will actually get 5th there. I don't think the 18 got around him when the caution was thrown, so good call by the 22. As long as he can make it back to pit road, he'll be in a pretty good spot. So awesome job by that 22 of Mark Delia. Through 15 of Zach Millett. 10-second lead as they cross the line, and he's going to take the stage win. Jonathan Adams comes home 2nd, Matthew Kent 3rd, Noah Belleville 4th, Mark Delia 5th, Alyssa Sharp 6th, Jason Alexander gets 7th, Zach McBride comes home in 8th, John Smeal 9th, and Tommy Withers will come home in 10th for stage number 1. So we'll have less than 60 to go once we get back going green. Joshua Garrison is a lap down. He will more than likely get the lucky dog. Patrick Allen, 1 lap down in 13th. Tristan Catania, 14th, also 1 lap down. And Austin Mongold in that number 60 machine is being shown as 3 laps down. And Jerry LeGrand out of this race, only turned 7 laps before he had mechanical issues that have put him out of the race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Pit road's open, so they're going to come back down and go ahead and fill these things back up and get 4 fresh tires. Once again, all of the leaders coming down pit road, so we'll see if maybe a couple of these cars like Tristan Catania and Patrick Allen, as well as maybe Austin Mongold, try and stay out, take a wave around, put them back on the lead lap. They're definitely going to be at a disadvantage, but if a quick caution comes out, they can come back down, grab some tires, grab some fuel, and they will be right back in the mix of this. As it looks like some cars may have just took fuel only, maybe 2 tires. Alyssa Sharp comes out in 1st, Zach Millett 2nd, Noah Belleville 3rd, Jonathan Adams 4th, Jason Alexander 5th. So that is your top 5. We'll take a short break here. We'll be right back. Go grab you a snack, grab you a drink. This thing's about to get interesting here, as it looks like the 22 is now 1 lap down. I believe he did officially run out of fuel, so kind of put him behind the 8 ball, but he got some stage points there, and a quick caution could put him right back in this thing. So we'll be right back here in just a moment. Again, go grab a drink, grab a snack, get ready for this final about 55 laps, and we'll bring the green flag action here in just a moment. All right, we are back here as the drivers make their decisions here for the choose cone. You see them all there making their choice there at the start-finish line. Here comes Tristan Catania. He's going to choose the bottom. It looks like Tristan Catania did actually end up pitting and stay a lap down, as well as Patrick Allen Jr. But we'll be going green flag racing here. Coming to lap 46 of 100. For some reason, it's still showing us Alyssa Sharp on pit road, but that is not correct. Hopefully that'll fix itself here as we go green flag racing. Yeah, according to Quiet, he only needs one tire because that's the only amount of tire. No, I'm sorry, lug nuts. He thought there was only one lug nut on a next-gen car. Which, I mean, technically I guess he wasn't wrong, but still not what I would have probably went with, but it's okay. Alright, here we go. Green flag will be out here as we show this really cool camera, starter cam. Melissa Sharp's going to get a pretty good jump there as they go into one. Melissa Sharp will lead that lap there. Zach Millett currently running it in second. Oh, gets a really good run. Holy moly. There you see, that's what those two tires will do for you. Just no speed there. That's the 315. Gonna run the high side here in 3 and 4. Right up against the wall. Gets really good momentum. And he is going to clear the 18 of Alyssa Sharp. Zach Millett, your new race leader here. Lap 48 of 100, almost halfway here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Still have 3 cars 1 lap down. That's Tristan Catania, Mark Delia, and Patrick Allen Jr. Austin Mongold still being shown 3 laps down back there in 15th. Jonathan Adams now in 2nd place. Noah Belleville 3rd, Alyssa Sharp in 4th. Here's 84 of Joshua Garrison. He was the lucky dog recipient last caution for the stage break. 23 of Tommy Withers also up there now in 9th. Puts Jason Alexander back to 10th place. Oh, the 32 gets loose there, you saw. Oh, and he's gonna spin it. Somehow saves it. Good save by the 32 of Dale Markowski. He's gonna get it back going though. Number 32, Sunoco Chevrolet Camaro. '31 of Matthew Kent has fallen back a little bit. He was up there in 3rd, 4th place in that first stage. Now he's back here in 7th, right behind John Smeal in the 13. 18 of Alyssa Sharp right now, just really struggling on those 2 tires. If any other drivers are paying attention, that is definitely not the way to go here. Maybe with 1 or 2 to go. Oh, there's going to be a little bit of contact between her and Zach McBride. John Smeal has nowhere to go. Matthew Kent has nowhere to go. And Joshua Garrison has nowhere to go. Really a big stack up here because of that 18 taking those 2 tires, or maybe even no tires. We aren't sure, but really stacking up the 4 or 5 drivers now behind her. But she's battling for 4th place. You got to give it everything you got. I believe that was Zach McBride, got way loose there, and Kent's going to be the bearer of that one, as he was kind of stuck behind the 28 there of Zach McBride. The 84 of Joshua Garrison now going around the 18 of Alyssa Sharp, so Joshua Garrison goes from 1 lap down now into 4th position. Zach Millett again has just pulled away from everyone behind him, a 2-second lead, but we saw last time around he really fell off there right at the end of the fuel run, so we'll have to keep an eye on that and see if that same thing happens here, as we're coming to lap 56 of 100 here at Charlotte. Great racing so far, only 1 caution for the stage break. It's been really clean racing. Again, only 16 drivers out here tonight. 1 of those already out of the race. That's the 7 of Jerry LeGrand. So only 15 on track. And only 11 currently on the lead lap. Oh, the 31. What a save by the 23 of Tommy Withers. The 31 of Matthew Kent. Oh, and he finished them off, I guess. There. Wow. Unbelievable. Absolutely crazy there. Just aggressive driving. Really, really aggressive driving there. Let's see here if we can't really quick, because I know they're still green here. Oh man, 23 and pulled right up in front of the 32. Let's see if we can't see here what happened to the 23 of Tommy Withers. That was the second time. I'm just gonna go back real quick here. Let's actually go right on board with the 31 of Matthew Kent. You see, just gets into the 23 of Tommy Withers, and then the 23 just, yeah, I mean, he was sideways through the whole corner, honestly. So tough break there, but Tommy Withers probably not too happy, but still currently on the lead lap. He's 22 seconds back. But unfortunately that was only 1 car, so they keep it green here. That's the 31 of Matthew Kent. Rides around in 8th place. Of Alyssa Sharp still hanging on in 6th. Zach McBride right behind her in 7th. Mark Delia right behind them, but he is 1 lap down. Zach Millett right now, 2.5 second lead over Jonathan Adams in 2nd. Noah Belleville in 3rd. Joshua Garrison in 4th. John Smeal will round out your top 5. And then we're watching this battle between 6th and 7th. This is the 18 of Alyssa Sharp and the 28 of Zach McBride. Matthew Kent about 1.5 seconds back from these two. As you see, the 28 is going to go to the inside here. And should be able to make this pass pretty easily, as he does, and moves into the 6th position. Go back up here. John Smeal gets around Joshua Garrison. Oh, Garrison is going to go below Smeal. They're side by side. Coming out of turn 2. Oh, Smeal got the good run there. Garrison still right there on his back bumper. Now he's starting to lose some time. I really do believe that he may have used up his stuff a little early. So go back here and see this battle. Matthew Kent now closing in on Alyssa Sharp as well as Zach McBride. Mark Delia did get around the 18, but again, like I said, he is 1 lap down. Withers and Dale Markowski back in 10th and 11th right now. We'll go jump back to them. They're battling back there for 10th place. 24 seconds off of race leader Zach Millett. Right now running about 32-second lap time, so they're about 8 seconds or so from going a lap down. Go back up here to the 31 and the 18. 31 blinking just a little bit there. They have the 28 right in front of them. There goes the 31 of Matthew Kent to the inside. Jason Alexander now in the picture there in the 21. Oh, the 31 and the 18 make a little bit of contact there. 18 now falls back to 9th. Matthew Kent goes up to 7th. 21 of Jason Alexander now in 8th. Looks like he's got a pretty fast Ford Mustang there. They've been saving his stuff. .28 of Zach McBride now being pressured by the 31 of Matthew Kent, who gets a really good run off of 2. They both end up hitting the wall, and Jason Alexander is going to go up under both of them, and Alyssa Sharp's going to go by the 31 of Matthew Kent. So now a 4-car battle here for 6th place. I think Jason Alexander probably will check out here. He looks like he's saved his stuff and got a pretty fast hot rod in that number 21. Noah Belleville has made his way past Jonathan Adams for 2nd place. Restarted this race around lap 45, I believe, so definitely, if it stays green, obviously green flag pit stops will have to be, will more than likely be coming up here pretty soon. Really good battle right here for 7th place. This is Alyssa Sharp, Zach McBride, and Matthew Kent. Matthew Kent sends it on the inside up under Zach McBride in that number 28 Ford Mustang. Now I got to get around the 18 of Alyssa Sharp. Got the 48 of Tristan Catania, who is now on pit road, so as well as the 23 of Tommy Withers, so they're trying to short pit, hopefully maybe gain some time on these leaders. Joshua Garrison also coming down pit road. Alyssa Sharp on pit road as well. Green flag stops have begun here. Now the real question is, I mean, we saw them. They were definitely able to make it. Some of them actually almost made it 40 laps, so only 30 laps remaining, so they should definitely be able to make it here till the end. Tires are just going to be a little bit worn out for some of these drivers that have pit here, as here you see the 21, the 31, and the 28 all come down pit road. So Zach Millett, still your race leader. Noah Belleville second. Jonathan Adams. Oh, Noah Belleville now on pit road. Oh, the 48 spins it right in front of the 315. Oh, Tommy Withers also had an issue, looks like. Yeah, Tommy Withers actually towed to pits, so unfortunate there, but the 48 also spun it out. So the 315 of Zach Millett, currently your race leader. We're going to take just a short little break here, about 30-40 seconds. We'll be right back for the ending here of this race, almost finished here at Charlotte. We'll be right back. All right, we are back with 25 to go here at Charlotte. Jonathan Adams now on pit road. So the only three drivers now that have not pit are Zach Millett, John Smeal in second, and Dale Markowski in third. Everyone else has pitted and is 1 lap down. But it's about 2-second difference in fall off here as John Smeal comes down pit road. Zach Millett last lap was about a 32.33. Some of these drivers that just pitted, their last lap was 30.7. So almost a 2-second difference there. As we see the 45 of Patrick Allen Jr. come down pit road, and so does the 315 of Zach Millett. I don't know if the 45 was just extremely slow or the 315 was just way fast there. We'll have to take a look here and see if the 315 maybe got a speeding penalty. I should give Dale Markowski the race lead here. Kind of just watching Zach Millett. No, it does not look like he had a penalty, so really good entrance into pit road there. As the 42 of Jonathan Adams looks like he has some front end damage. Not sure exactly what happened there, but he is coming back down pit road. Oh, and there's one stopped in the middle of pit road. That's the 60 of Austin Mongold. So the 32 comes down pit road. That'll give Noah Belleville the race lead with 22 laps remaining here. Zach Millett 4.8 seconds back from Noah Belleville. Now he does have a little bit fresher tires, and he'll be able to definitely gain some ground here on the first few laps, but after that, It's not going to be that much of a difference, as Patrick Allen also just showed as he went off track. So unfortunately he had some issues. He's being shown 2 laps down right now in 13th. Tommy Withers is out of the race. He is retired after that crash that he had. Tristan Catania 2 laps down. Dale Markowski 1 down. Mark Delia 1 down. But only 20 to go here at the line for Noah Belleville for him to get another win in the ARCS Ignition Series here on Friday nights. We'll be back tomorrow as well with OG. Back to OG. What used to be Grassroots Late Model Stock Car Series. They're having their finale tomorrow night, Saturday night at 7:30, I believe, is when the lobby goes up. So we'll probably be live around 7:50, 8, something like that. And we'll call that race for y'all. And then hopefully Sunday we can get back to the flight simulator. Pretty quick little flight from Atlanta over there to Charlotte Motor Speedway. We may even take off from my home airport down there in Monroe, Georgia. So stay tuned for that too. We'll have 2 more streams this weekend. So and excited to get back and calling these races. Been out, obviously we went to Darlington, and then I went to the F100 Truck Show in Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge actually, but last weekend. So I've been kind of out of commission for a couple weekends, but good to be back. Good to be calling these races. Appreciate everybody in the chat. It makes it that much more enjoyable when I have people in there talking with me, and it's a fun time. So 17 to go here at Charlotte. Noah Belleville right now has a 2.2 second lead over Zach Millett. Joshua Garrison actually in 3rd right now because of that short pit that he did. Made up a lot of time. So a really good call there by the 84. And also a good call by the 3 of Noah Belleville. Again, had about a 2-second gap between him and Zach Millett. And short pitted it. And now he is about 1.8 from Zach Millett in 2nd. Zach Millett definitely closing in a little bit though, so we'll have to see. There you see him on the back straightaway. Yeah, Zach Millett definitely rolling for sure. Appreciate that tier 1 subscription and the gifting of a tier 1 to Kinsey. That is, I don't even know how to say that name, but I appreciate it. Appreciate y'all watching and coming out. Been a great race so far. Awesome racing between the drivers. 15 to go here. As getting close to the finish here, but yeah, Zach Millett is on a roll here. He is now just 1 second behind Noah Belleville here at Charlotte with 14 laps remaining. There you see the gap, and it is closing fast. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Only 3/10 now between Noah Belleville and Zach Millett. Probably 2 of the fastest in this ARCS Ignition Series. Definitely between the 2 of them have a good 80% of the wins here. But the 315 just has so much speed. He's going to go to the high side here, get a really good run. Noah Belleville is going to stay on the bottom, but the 315 is going to have a great run off of 2 in on the back straightaway, and that is it. The 315 is rolling. Now we do know that the 315 does fall off a little bit, but I don't think there's enough time. You know, we saw it in the first stage where Noah Belleville was about 2 seconds back and then actually started closing in on Zach Millett and actually, you know, made the pass on him. But unfortunately, I don't think there's going to be enough time for Noah Belleville. We'll kind of keep an eye on this, but we're going to go take a look at this really good battle right here. I mean, look at this. Joshua Garrison in 3rd, Matthew Kent 4th, Alyssa Sharp 5th, Jason Alexander in 6th, all just literally tenths away from each other with only 10 to go. All 4 of them there. You see Kent having some blinking issues. That got that Taiwan internet. Hopefully that thing can hang in there. See the 84 of Joshua Garrison in 3rd right now, running that high side, getting a good run off, but man, that 31 of Matthew Kent's just dialed in right now. As he dives in low, he's gonna have to let off. The 84, just Kyle Larson line around 3 and 4. 31 disappears again just for a second, but he's gonna make the pass on the 84 of Joshua Garrison. We saw earlier that Joshua Garrison really struggled to save his tires, and he fell off really bad, more in a long run. So Matthew Kent's going to take 3rd position. I don't think Joshua Garrison has anything for him. But Jason Alexander may have something for Joshua Garrison in that 4th place. Yeah, the 42 Jonathan Adams definitely fast. Just not didn't have the luck that he needed tonight, unfortunately. But he's been fast all year, so he'll definitely have a shot next week as we go to WWT Raceway, I believe, next weekend, which is really a good track. Different, unique, very, very hard to drive, so that'll be a lot of fun to watch that. As Noah Belleville currently now 1.2 seconds behind Zach Millett. Patrick Allen now goes 3 laps down in 12th. Hey, he hung in there though. That's all you can ask of the 45. Hung in there till the end, or at least, you know, 6 to go. But yeah, Zach Millett just too much speed out there tonight for that 315 machine. Missing a lot of drivers. You know, obviously Alfie Strone Jr., who was their points leader for most of the first 12 races, not here. And then of course you have Mike LaJoy, who moved up to the Cup Series as a full-time driver. Excuse me, as well as Edward Marshall, who moved up to A Squared as a full-time Cup driver. So you do not see the 17 of Mike LaJoy, you do not see the 6 of Edward Marshall, as they will be racing this Sunday 200 laps here at Charlotte for A Squared. Well, looks like John Smeal may have had a little bit of an issue there. Showed him going off track and came back on track, but he's back there in 8th right now. Jason Alexander gets around Matthew Kent for 3rd. 21 car, he has definitely got that thing dialed in here at the end. Just not enough time, and the 2 in front of him just so much faster. We saw this same thing happen with Kent in some of the runs that he had, where he just, you know, really fast early in a run, but then kind of falls off. And unfortunately, looks like he's going to come home in 4th place if Nothing happens here. This is 315 of Zach Millett. Now 1.4 second lead over Noah Belleville as it comes to 2 laps remaining here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's going to go around the 48 of Tristan Catania, who is now 3 laps down with Patrick Allen Jr. .315 of Zach Millett comes to the white flag, presented by Smeel Racing Designs here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. 1.5 second lead over Noah Belleville, a 19 second lead over third place, and only 8 drivers currently on the lead lap. Just a, as Kyle Larson would say, just a plain out ass whooping for Zach Millett here. Zach Millett is going to cross the start finish line as your race leader. Noah Belleville will come home in second. Jason Alexander still has a full track to go almost here. It looks like Jason Alexander will come home in third place. Matthew Kent will be fourth. Alyssa Sharp will get a top 5. Joshua Garrison 6th as he goes to the grass there. John Smeel comes home 7th. And Zach McBride comes home in 8th. Dale Markowski will be 9th. Mark Delia will round out the top 10 in 10th place. Well, hell of a race. Let's see if we can't watch some burnouts here by Zach Millett. Well, there he goes. Hell of a race for the 315 of Zach Millett. Another win in the books. Takes this one by 2 seconds, and third place was literally over half a track behind the 315. So again, Zach Millett, Noah Belleville, both very, very, very talented, and it shows here tonight. So we'll be right back here. We'll get race interviews here, top 3. So we'll be talking to Zach Millett, Noah Belleville. I don't know if Jason Alexander ever does interviews, but we'll see what we got. We'll try and get him in here. If not, we may pull Kent in here for a 4th place interview. But stay tuned. We'll have your either top 3 or top 4 interviews here in just a moment. We'll be right back. All right, we are back here with our interviews. Was not able to get in touch with Jason Alexander, so we decided to just go out and get fourth place and bring them in here. So we will have a word with Matthew Kent. Matthew Kent, this is Ryan Pennell in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Man, good race for you. You come home fourth. We weren't able to get in touch with Jayco, so thought we'd at least bring you in and ask you about your race. It was a pretty clean race overall. No cautions other than the stage break, but just walk us through your race and what you thought about tonight.
Yeah, stage one, threw the strategy into a little bit of chaos just with the tire sets that were available. Took one there in the middle of the stage and then took another at the end of the stage. I just made a mistake and I shouldn't have took my little bit of optional and it mired me back in, eighth, ninth place. And those guys back there just, were having trouble with their tires and holding it together. And so I was able to fight my way back up past a few on the last green flag pit stop. And then, Jayco got me with about 5 to go after battling, and it kind of wore my stuff out. But overall, a good race. Ran at the front like I've been wanting to, and proving people, that I deserve to be up at the front in whatever race we're in. And so it was a good race overall.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I even pointed it out in the stream. I mean, you have definitely been very, very fast in the bunch of races that I mean, obviously we race like every night, but every time you show up, you're up there. So good run. Definitely could tell it looked like you had more speed on the short run, and that's what we saw at the end there with Jason Alexander getting back by you. Was that just a setup on your end? You just wanted to have that short run speed, or just were you expecting more cautions? I guess.
Not really. I was planning on being better on the long run, but where I got stuck in traffic, I had to use my stuff up just a little bit, running that inner line, being a little quicker through the middle of the corner just to get position on some of the drivers, and put myself in a good position to make those and complete those passes. And then, you do that for 4 or 5 cars for 10 to 12 laps. And that's enough to wear enough off your tires. And then the person behind you that was able to follow you through and ends up with the better tire advantage. So, I think if I was ahead of those, starting fourth or fifth out of the stage caution, I probably run third and run away with it at that point and maybe fight with the top two. But where I was just, had to use my stuff up, cost me probably 10 laps off the tires, and the 21 did a great job keeping his on and following me through. And so congrats to him on the top three and Belleville and Millet for their runs.
Absolutely. Well, the floor is all yours, buddy. If you have anybody you want to shout out, any friends or family, do so now.
Yeah, just thanks to ARCS and everyone here. Obviously, Ryan, you run a tight ship and keeping us rocking and rolling all through the weeks. I've got my group down in Raggy Racing with Dale Markowski and Ross Baxter, couple new guys into the ARCS scene and the iRacing scene. But it's been a fun time, and we're definitely fast right now, and proving to people that we belong in these positions and that we're not going to be foiled or pushed around up here at the front.
Absolutely. Well, good job to you getting P4, and we will see you next week, buddy. Now that you're stepping into full-time racing, excited to see you on the track every week.
Thank you, bud. Have a good one.
All right, see you, buddy. All right, we're going to skip ahead here. We're going to get Zach Millet in here. He's got to get to work, so we will bring in Zach Millet. Zach, this is Ryan Pennell in the booth. You got a copy, bud?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, we'll keep yours short and sweet. I saw you got to get to work, so I don't want to keep you up. But man, great race. You and Noah, obviously, both of y'all were class of the field. I think the 42 of Jonathan Adams was good as well. He just had some misfortune. But tell us about your race and how it went for you.
Man, it was pretty smooth. Props to these guys for keeping it green and clean. I was just telling Noah in the interview room that if there was even one caution, I'd probably have to just pull over and park it and run out of here. But that would have been the worst. But yeah, it was a good race, man. It was a good strategy at the end. I knew Noah's faster than me on the long run by far. I mean, by 2-3 tenths of a lap even. And I figured if I just waited as long as I could and have 5-6 lap newer tires and chase them down at the end. I'd probably have time, and yeah, it worked out.
Absolutely. Well, awesome race overall. And again, you get another win. But I'll throw it over to you. Anybody you want to shout out, friends, family, go for it.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys and ARCS for throwing the league on. I got to thank HBR, Holler Boys Racing TV, Track Bar Media, HBRShops.com, and shoot me a follow over on Twitch at ThatS4Guy.
Absolutely. Well, I will let you go and get to work. Good luck. Have fun as much as you can. But look forward to hopefully talking to you next week. And good luck, buddy.
Thanks, man. Have a good one.
See ya. All right, that was your race winner, Zach Millett. Got to get off to work, adulting. Got to do what you got to do. But we'll talk to second place finisher now, Noah Belleville. This is Ryan Pinnell in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
And tell us about your race. You were fast on the long run. You had something for that 315, but man, short run it just didn't quite have enough. And right there at the end, I thought you were going to be better off by short pitting, but man, he was so fast. Just tell us about your race and how you came home P2.
Yeah, it was pretty much exactly that. In practice, me and him were pretty much dead even, so I figured it'd probably be between me and him, but we had two different ways of going about it. He'd charge in the start, and I'd kind of roll into the corners and try and save that right front. And just the time he'd gain on the short run was too much for me to make up on the long run with the tire saving. It worked in the first stage. I did get back around him, but after that restart, we were alongside of each other going into one, and I got loose and had to check up and lost a spot to him, and I also lost a spot to Adams. And me and Adams kind of were running the same lap times, so I just got stuck in his wake, and it took me forever to get around him, and by the time I got around him, Millet was about 3 seconds ahead of me. And once I got around Adams, I down, and I think I got it to about 2.2 seconds ahead, and that's when I decided that I probably wasn't going to be able to get around him if we did the same strategy. So I did do the short pit, and I was hoping, because I knew I had a better long run car with how we raced, that with the tire difference from him pitting later, that hopefully with my long run car, it'd even out before he passed me. But it evened out when he was about 1.3 ahead of me, so it was too late. I was like, man, come on, please, tires, please, 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 please even out, and they didn't. And he went around me, and then they evened out. I was like, oh man.
Yeah,
So,
we were watching, and even people in the chat. I mean, we saw the gap just continue to go down and down, and then once he made that pass on you on the outside and kind of checked out, that was like you said. I mean,
yeah.
it was like it was even then, but too little, too late. But hey, P2, not bad. Floor's yours. If you have any sponsors or friends and family you want to shout out, go for it.
No sponsors, but yeah, thanks for everyone watching. I don't think any of my family's watching today, but
No
still everyone else.
tonight?
No,
Man.
I always forget to send her the links because you guys always start the stream like when we're in qualifying or something, and then I just never think of it. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for putting it on, and home chat next week.
Yep, there you go. So we will see you next week, buddy. Good job, P2, and hopefully I'll talk to you next week too.
Yep.
All right, see you, bud.
See ya.
All right, that was your second place finisher, Noah Belleville. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Again, great race, no cautions. There were a few incidents on track, but nothing that brought out the caution. So Zach Millett is your race winner, Noah Belleville second. Jason Alexander, shout out to him, coming home in third for Presidential Racing. Matthew Kent fourth, Alyssa Sharp fifth, Joshua Garrison sixth, John Smeal seventh, Zach McBride eighth, Dale Markowski ninth, Mark Delia, another Presidential Racing entry. Comes home in 10th. Tristan Catania 11th. Patrick Allen 12th. Austin Mongold had some really bad luck, finishing 13th. Jonathan Adams also with some bad luck, finishing 14th. Tommy Withers comes home 15th. We saw him have a little bit of a altercation on track with Matthew Kent. And then, of course, Jerry LeGrand comes home 16th, only completing 7 laps. So that will do it here for us tonight. Appreciate everyone tuning in. It was a great race. Only one caution for the stage break. Again, we will be live tomorrow night, same channel, for the OG late model stock car season finale, I believe. They pushed everything back a week for Mother's Day, and then of course I was in Pigeon Forge last weekend, so was not able to call that race. But tomorrow we'll be back at it again, calling that race for them. So that'll be a lot of fun. The season finale for those cars. Those cars are a lot of fun to watch, and a lot of fun to drive as well. If you have never tried them and you have iRacing, highly recommend trying those cars. And then again, like I said, Sunday we'll have a little bit of a flight simulator hangout sometime before our lobby starts up. I know Charlotte weather not looking good this weekend in real life, so maybe we can run our 200 lap race and then may have a Monday race for the Coke 600. So again, that'll do it for us. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Without, as Rick James would say, without y'all, this would not be possible. So thank you all for being in the chat. Thank you all for watching. Again, we'll be live tomorrow. We'll be live Sunday with a little bit of flight simulator. And then we'll be right back here next Friday night at Gateway or WWT, whatever you want to call it. But appreciate everyone coming out. And until we talk to y'all next time, stay on that loud pedal.